10 captivating performances in musical films. In 1927, The Jazz Singer was delivered, which denoted the finish of the quiet film period. The film was commended for changing the business, as it was the principal movie to incorporate synchronized discourse, music and audio cues. As such, it was additionally the first in what might turn into a long queue of melodic movies, including Going My Way, Babes on Broadway, Singin' in the Rain, Hello Dolly, and Grease. Some of the most dazzling scenes in melodic films incorporate the primary character or a few characters playing out an ardent tune or amazing hymn. On this rundown are only a portion of the important melodic exhibitions that actually get individuals talking. Once there was an evil witch in the dazzling place that is known for OZ, and a wickeder witch there never was. The 1939 melodic dream film, The Wizard of Oz, rejuvenated the unforgettable characters of the El Honest Bomb book in a best manner. It highlights incredible melodic numbers and was positioned third on the rundown of most watched movies of all occasions in 2013. Judy Garland featured as Dorothy Gale and performed Over the Rainbow, which won an Academy Award for Best Original Song. The 17-year-old Garland commended her large break as an entertainer by giving her all in this presentation, which has acquired notable status. In 1961, the film West Side Story adjusted the 1957 Broadway melodic of a similar name for the big screen. The story was enlivened by Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, and the film won 10 Academy Awards. The film's soundtrack went through 54 weeks at #1 on the Billboard diagram and won a Grammy grant for Best Soundtrack Album, Original Cast. It incorporates Stream Song, Something's Coming, Maria, I Feel Pretty, Someplace, and the infectious America. America is the greatest dance number in the film. It was composed by Stephen Sondheim and created by Leonard Bernstein, and makes for a remarkable scene. In view of Maria von Trapp's diary, the story of the Trapp family singers, The Sound of Music records the excursion of an Austrian postulant, Maria, who brings music and euphoria into the existences of a resigned maritime official and his 7 kids. The film was delivered in 1965, and before the finish of 1966 had become the most elevated netting film ever. It won a huge number of grants and is protected in the National Film Registry. Julie Andrews acknowledged the job of Maria, despite the fact that she once ridiculed the theater creation that went before the film, a year subsequent to assuming the notable part of Mary Poppins. She carried her melodic interpretations with her to The Sound of Music and sang, "The Sound of Music, the Hills Are Alive," as the introduction. The scene during which the melody is sung is perhaps the most significant in film history and has been referred to commonly in TV arrangement and motion pictures. Interesting Girl depends on the life and vocation of Fanny Brice, who was an American comedienne, vocalist and entertainer. Barbra Streisand featured as Brice in the Broadway show and was then given the film part for the character in what was her film debut in 1968. The film has been considered probably the best melodic ever and incorporates significant tunes, for example, I'm the Greatest Star, You Are Woman, I Am Man, My Man, and obviously, Don't Rain on My Parade. The Rocky Horror Show was a melodic that honored awful blood and gore flicks, just as sci-fi films from the 1930s to the 1960s. The first creation was arranged at the Royal Court Theatre in London in 1973 and shut in 1980 after 2,960 performances. In 1975, the film The Rocky Horror Picture Show saw the light and proceeded to turn into the film with the longest-running delivery in film history. It has a colossal and dedicated religion following, despite the fact that it at first tumbled, and is protected in the National Film Registry. Some of most notable tunes in the film incorporate Damn It, Janet, Sweet Transvestite, Hot Patootie, Sci-Fi, Double Feature, and Time Warp. Time Warp, highlighted in both the stage creation just as the film and the dance that goes with it, has become a significant crowd investment action throughout the long term.